Yes, sir. As we proceed to give you what you need, I'm your host, Keke The D.O.N. This is the Keke The D.O.N podcast. I think we're on episode 5, 4. I think we're on episode 5, maybe 6, I
I
believe.
have it 7.
Okay, thank you for that. We're at episode 7 because I definitely forgot what episode we were on. And this is the co-host, Warwolf. So moving forward, starting next week. I will be uploading episodes to my YouTube channel, but it'll still be the same format. So it'll still be just like this, just on my channel as well. That's where I will talk about comics and music and stuff too, just as I do on here. So hey, be on the lookout for that. But we are, but I am going to be talking about a very, I guess, controversial game. I guess you could call it that.
It is controversial.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Now I know this game's been out for. It'll be out in a month. No, so on the second, it'll been officially out for a month. So I just want to get my overall thoughts on it, like basically a review. So this is Rocksteady's fourth entry into the Arkhamverse saga. Yes, Arkhamverse. Um, it takes place about 5 years after Arkham Knight, so there's that. And it basically follows the Suicide Squad, which in this universe consists of Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang, as they try to, as the title suggests, kill the Justice League, as they're all being controlled by Brainiac for the millionth time. So I know that this game. So I'm gonna just give you my first thoughts. Like, so when I played it, because I got it early, because I pre-ordered the game, so I got it 3 days early before everybody else, and I've definitely played it. I played it, beat it, platinumed it, and honestly, honestly speaking, I I don't think it's nowhere near as bad as everyone on Twitter and maybe Instagram and YouTube are saying it is, but it's definitely not. It's not good either. It's it's like it's okay. Like it's okay. I guess you could say average at best. If I'm being just super generous. I do like the game. I do like the gameplay. The gameplay is very solid. Animations are smooth. The traversal is very smooth. I think Harley Quinn, after playing with Harley Quinn for a while, I think she honestly had the best traversal. I used to think it was Captain Boomerang, but and he has the second best traversal. Um, I like the way, I don't know if you've seen like gameplay of Wolf, but I do like the way you can customize stuff like the guns, how they look. You can swap the loadouts and everything. It very much reminds me of, there was a Halo game that did this. I think it was ODST. It was like a live service one. I know people are kind of.
ODST.
One of them was very similar to the Suicide Squad layout. I don't know which Halo it was. I know it wasn't 3. I know it wasn't 4. I'd have to look more into that. But
Wait, you're talking about the weapon skins?
yes.
Um,
Well, the weapon skins is just how overall the game is set up.
that'd probably be infinite.
Okay. So going in, like playing the game for the first night, I went in with an open mind because I remember people was like, "Well, why is this set in the Arkhamverse?" Blah 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 blah. And I definitely was kind of one of those people at first. I don't know if y'all remember, like back in like DC 2020 fandom, that I definitely was a little skeptical on why this game took place in the Arkhamverse. It definitely was. I definitely still to this day feel like it really shouldn't take place in it. But the Arkham franchise has had such a huge impact, not just on Batman as a character, but just the DC overall, that I feel like it made sense. Like from a money standpoint, it makes sense. From a story standpoint, like when you play the story, like you kind of wish it did take place, like maybe not in an alternate timeline, but maybe like an alternate Earth, like that's like taking place in the Arkhamverse, but in a different Earth, because they do address like multiverse stuff in the game. It's not a huge thing, but it's there. Um,
Their
I
error was
will,
just putting it in Arkham.
yeah, yeah. I will say I did like the Justice League of the game. It kind of made me. There was a lot to be left desired though, because it made me really want that Justice League game that we were, or Superman game, the game we were supposed to get opposed to this. Like Metropolis looks. I don't know if you. I don't like. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen gameplay of what Metropolis looks like in the game, but the Metropolis, it's colorful, it's bright, it's very very nice. Even when it goes nighttime, it's very very nice. Cause there's like time of day things and stuff, so it'll start off like kind of like morning ish, and then it'll go from like morning to night. Like it's a day and night cycle essentially. And Metropolis looks very very nice. You can really see a comparison. Like when you play Arkham Knight, there's like there's a bunch of trash everywhere. You can tell that Gotham's kind of like it's not as upkept as it probably should be. There's a lot of debris there. Metropolis is like very much, as they call it, the city of the future. So, like like transport, not transportation. Like moving around the city and stuff is fun. It's never really gets boring. Like you would think, because so I'm not gonna hold you. In the game, you do a lot of escort missions. You rescue people. You shoot things, and the
Gross.
like me telling you that you would think it would get boring and repetitive, but actually it doesn't. Like it actually keeps you on your toes and stuff. It's not repetitive. Like you would think after doing it for like the 20th time, you'd be like, man, I'm tired of this, bro. Like F it, like stuff suck. But no, it somehow manages to keep you on your P's and Q's. The best thing I can tell people when playing this game is again to keep an open mind, and you just got to consistently be moving. This isn't really because I remember just the first couple of hours. My problem was I would kind of stay in one spot, and the game doesn't really. It's you can't really do that on this game. You have to constantly move, especially when you're in combat scenarios. You have to consistently move. If you're not consistently moving, then you're gonna be you're gonna be like a meatball tartar at a Carrabba's. Like that's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be looking too good for you, my boy. So I know people had problems with the story, so I guess we can just get into that with spoilers. So Wolf, what were some of the things that you? Because I know you obviously haven't played the game, but what were some of the things that you saw on the?
uh, I think I probably glanced over this. Is there like a banner in Metropolis that kind of like reminded people of like what the CW did when like Team Flash wasn't about like it wasn't about Barry. It was more like we're Team Everybody. Like everyone is the team. I just like I said, I only glanced over it and I remember seeing someone having like a issue with the dialogue. And I'm like, oh, it's not that big. So it was some sort of banner probably in the city that pissed someone off.
It was there's definitely a lot of banners in there that represent like that have like the Justice League on there. I yeah, but I don't know too much about that. I know for me, my problem with the story is I kind of just don't like how it just starts. Like you were literally thrown in the middle of like Brainiac's invasion, and you might think, oh yeah, that's good or whatever, but it never like unless you like watch it online or you like get the Riddler trophies and stuff. Yes, yes. You heard me right. I said the Riddler. Yes. Now why he wanna mess with the Suicide Squad? It's
Yigma.
kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. I ain't gonna hold you, but he in the game. He's in the game, and
Yeah,
and and it's,
I heard his
and
voice.
and instead of 243 trophies, it's only 40. So that's great.
Wow, some slackers.
I rather have 200. I rather have I rather have 40 trophies, 21 riddles. Shit. I rather have 40 trophies, 21 riddles, and 13 AR challenges opposed to what you have to do in all the other Arkham games, especially City. City had like 440. That's the
Another, I just remembered another thing that I heard people having issues with was the like art style and how downgraded and smooth and everything looked, especially on especially water effects. If you compared Arkham Knight's like water to Metropolis water, it's very bland looking. Harley's Jester costume, very bland. It doesn't even look real. It looks like cheap material versus the one in Arkham that kind of looked leathery and polished.
I
It actually
wouldn't
looked like it was made out of like some very expensive material.
I wouldn't say it looks bland. I think so the thing is I think what
I think it's
people
kind of washed for
yeah,
Suicide Squad.
yeah. I think the difference is like for Suicide Squad, that's a live service game and it's technically a multiplayer game. Whereas Arkham Knight, that's like that's strictly that's strictly a single player game. So with a single player game, it's a lot more deep. You can put a lot more details and stuff in it than opposed to a multiplayer game. Like I definitely agree. Like the art style, I there are some things about the art style in Night I like, and then there's some in Suicide Squad that I prefer. Like Harley's face model in Suicide Squad, I definitely prefer that
You
over how she.
prefer her round face
Yeah.
than her oval face in Arkham?
Yes. Yes. I,
I
I,
think
I
she looks better in Arkham.
He doesn't look bad in Arkham, but it's like the more it's one of those things where the more I
I trying to
kept
get that
playing,
Margot Robbie look
that's kind of
because
funny
she
because
has a very predominant jaw.
it's kind of no, you can definitely tell. I mean, shoot, this whole game is in order to was ordered to somewhat cash in on the Suicide Squad brand, so you're not wrong, man. Like she definitely did give me Margot Robbie, like not Bob's, but as far as like her design, like you can
Yeah,
tell
inspired.
Margot very inspired. Um, I know people have a problem with killing Arkham Batman, but just in the way that he died. I think actually no, people had a
I feel
problem.
like
People,
I think that was foreshadowed.
people, people had a problem with just killing the League in general, like because there's a scene when you kill after you quote unquote kill the Flash. Captain Boomerang starts to he's about to pee on him, like he's literally about to urinate on him, and he winds up stopping. And I remember on Twitter not the other day, but like when the game first came out, like he was like, "Yeah, bro." People was like, "Oh yeah, bro." Like, why is Flash getting pissed on and stuff like this? And then when I saw the actual like played the game, beat him and everything, I'm like, he doesn't even get pissed on. He's about to get peed on, which I I I don't. I feel like because this is probably like the first game in a while where we've actually played as a villain, so we see it from the villain's perspective. So we're playing as villains. So I think we're so used to playing as heroes that we don't realize that when we're doing these stuff, we're seeing it from the hero's perspective. So that's pretty much how the heroes view them. And then we're seeing it from like now the tables are turned and we're seeing it from the villain's perspective. That's, that is
Damn,
something. What'd you say?
the fuck did you smack?
Oh,
You didn't smack that. What was that trash can sound?
that wasn't a trash can, that was a chair. Yeah, so we're
Oh,
playing it from the
damn.
villain's we're playing it from the villain's perspective. So like of course like that's something in character that Captain Boomerang would do. He would definitely like and that's another thing. I loved like Flash and Wonder Woman by far were the best characters in the game. Like I don't know if you watched some of their stuff, but they're by far the best characters in that game. Like Flash is, even though, and this is not just this is just a common thing that all Flash adaptations do nowadays. Well, they'll use Barry, but they'll give him Wally's personality. And I didn't have a problem with that, but
A little bit energetic.
yes, like they'll literally mix them. It's like a hybrid. I don't have a problem with that, to be honest with you. But I do kind of wish they would use Barry's actual personality. I think that would suit him a lot more because I understand that Wally is definitely the more popular of the Flash. If you really think about it, Barry Allen is really only popular just in name, not in like personality. If that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
people know that Barry Allen is the Flash, but they don't know him. Like they don't know his character, like how you would know Wally's character. And Wonder Woman, Chef's Kiss, man, like that. That's very like that was
She's
very
tall.
very tall. I like her outfit. It's very like that. That is honestly how I
It's
always
very
like
alt. It reminds me of
like
that
it
one woman that wore pants that I think got killed by Superman in one comic.
like if they somehow made that Wonder Woman's like default outfit for a while, I would not get mad at that because that's actually a really nice outfit, and it shows that she's actually Greek for one. So that was very nice for me. I liked
Oh, Greg!
I liked Green Lantern. I liked him and Dash have a little bit of a rivalry in that game. It's kind of funny, and that because that's like two characters you wouldn't think would have one, because John's like a space cop and Deadshot is somewhat like a Batman. Well, someone not, well he's a Batman villain, and I liked I like no I like Nolan North as Superman. I didn't think at first he was gonna be able to pull off Superman's voice, but he definitely was able to give a very good performance. And I don't really have to say anything about Kevin Conroy's Batman. He very much delivered in his quote unquote final role for now in the Arkhamverse. But apparently, just so apparently we're gonna be getting like a PvP in that game. That and the DLC is supposed to be dropping like I think next month. And it's gonna have the Joker, baby.
I've heard rumors he might be a gay Joker, and they're
I
gonna have us. They're not heavily, but they're gonna focus on his sexuality. And it's speculated or by the person, I guess, who was explaining the
Mhm.
Joker, and he, they didn't say precisely that is going to be a different Joker because of his sexuality. They kind of like use under the nose terminology to suggest that this might be focused on. So it's not like straight up confirmed, but it's alluded to. A Joker trying to figure out his purpose in life, so like under the nose type of explanation
Oh
that
yeah, but
makes
yeah,
you think like, okay, you're
because
about to change something, and we're gonna probably have to like,
yeah, because
hear
I
it
think
all.
I think they said like when he
It
got
was some sort
revealed
of
that
those
like
phrases
that
where it's like,
they,
okay,
they
so
they
they're gonna
said
do
when he got
something.
revealed like that's like a Joker that's very new to crime. So I I don't really.
Oh, we shall see.
I mean,
It's a younger Joker too.
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't bother me.
Mature
I
Joker.
mean, the way some of the writers and stuff already have like the main Joker. I mean, it's. I mean, I guess like they somewhat try to write him like he has somewhat of a love infatuation with Batman anyway. So it's like I guess y'all just I guess these writers are going full
Yeah,
force. I guess.
fan fiction shit.
Yeah, I got.
People
Yeah,
know that he's a psychopath, but he's not like romantically in love with people. He doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself. That's the Joker.
that's
But
the Joker, baby.
yeah, that is the Joker. He cares about himself and he cares about nothing. Kills, kills, kills. Does it however he likes. But they're kind of like humanize a fucking psychopath, which is
That's that's
not
honestly
Joker.
that's not even I can't even really blame adaptations for doing that. I generally blame the perception of the Killing Joke for doing that because that's kind of how the quote unquote humanization of Joker started, and it's just gotten worse as time has gone on. So yeah, so I don't know if you've been seeing the leaks. So spoilers.
Like
Apparently the Justice League comes back. Like so,
clones. Oh yeah,
yes,
I've heard.
they're either clones or they're gonna get revived. So I again,
But Wonder Woman is dead.
what'd you say?
She, they're gonna get revived, but Wonder Woman is straight up dirt.
Wonder Woman, I think can get revived. I think
If the gods exist in that time,
it it is possible because ain't she made a clay, right?
it depends.
Like I think if
She's
they
either
go
made of
that
sand,
okay,
dirt, or clay.
okay, so if they go that route, they can always just remake her or some shit. Like it's not out the realm of possibilities. Like I believe she's like every character has well
Wonder Woman's
every character has yeah literally died before, so it's not out
yeah.
the realm of possibilities. Like she can definitely come back. That just makes me
They could
wonder.
they could get Earth. Ooh, Wonder Woman. Watch it be
Yeah,
Brazilian Wonder Woman.
yeah they could definitely probably get Earth 2 Wonder Woman. This makes me wonder if that Wonder Woman game that's coming out, that makes me wonder if it's going to be in the Arkhamverse.
I hope not.
Well, because it would be a prequel. It wouldn't. It would be a prequel. It would probably be like the in between. It would probably take place after Night, but before Suicide Squad, like way before, like probably like year two of post Night.
I would want them just to make a whole new universe.
I mean, I don't know that for sure. I don't know if it like
Yeah,
the only reason why I said that is because James Gunn said that this is not the final game in the Arkhamverse. So I don't know what he got cooking in the vault. But by him saying that,
Commandos.
it pretty much confirmed that them niggas is not dead, and we maybe might get a Justice League game from them in the future, possibly, or a
Hell
Superman game.
yeah.
Please give us a Superman game, please, please. That's all I'm asking for.
For real.
His boss fight in the game was actually kind of like I see why it's so hard. Like I'm not gonna say I see why it's hard to make a Superman game, but I see why developers are so hesitant to make one because he was OP as shit in that boss fight. Like I was stuck on his boss fight for
Died
at
a
least
couple
an hour.
times.
I was stuck on his boss fight for at least an hour and 30 minutes. I ain't gonna hold you.
And I was watching a streamer who was failing Goku. I would give it I'll give it to him. He was playing on hard. He was playing on the hardest difficulty because he always does that. He always goes for the hard. He was getting bested by Green Lantern so fucking much. But
Green Lantern.
he's not that good of of a player. He has his moments, but that Green Lantern fight it was hard for him.
Green Lantern wasn't the boss fight itself wasn't hard. It was his constructs that were hard.
Yes, all the stuff that comes at you.
At least for
That's
me.
that's what was getting him. He was getting hit really mainly by the helicopter.
The
because there was so much
helicopter was so
stuff
good.
on the ground and in front of them. So when the helicopter comes and strafes over you, it's just too late for him.
The helicopter was so gay.
Yep.
Like that was like that was super duper gay.
They take a lot of damage out of you. Um, I haven't really seen the Flash fight. I know he like zips around and you gotta like shoot him when he's tired.
Yeah, his was like I will say this: Rocksteady definitely gave us some way better bosses than they ever had. Like, but I will say that Batman and Superman have the best bosses, like for me at least. And I'm hoping that when the DLC comes, they start to get better. Like I said, gameplay wise, it ain't terrible. I mean, it'll get the job done. It's a decent little. It's a decent little thing. I would definitely wait overall though. Like I would definitely wait to maybe it goes on sale. Uh, it it's not a bad game, but it definitely was not worth $70. Like I said, I would probably wait till like it goes on sale, especially since it's probably about to go on sale because the DLC is about to drop, which is free by the way. Um,
Mm,
but speaking of DLC, we're just gonna get a little off
about
topic here.
Paradox.
About top off topic here. But did you see but did you see but did you see the Spider-Man 2 pack?
I feel like I have. Is it a skin for Miles and Peter?
Yes, and you have to pay $5.
Yeah, it looks like shit if I remember correctly. Who is making these awkward, colorful outfits?
I I
The
I don't
design team needs to chill the fuck out.
I I I couldn't, bro. Okay, so the
They're
thing is,
overshooting a simple task.
those suits are going to for charity though. So I can kind of I
Oh shit.
like I
Shit.
no
If I was a
no
charity
there's
needed person, I wouldn't want that
no
shit. Look at
no
the fuck out of here. Give me that
no
original.
there's
Give me that
no
Toby. Give me that Toby.
they have.
Give me that Toby battle damage suit from Green Goblin at the end of Green Goblin. Give me that.
I was gonna say like his suit's already in the game.
Is it battle damage?
His suit can get battle damage, but not like how it does in the fight. That would have took too much
Give me
time.
that. Oh, look.
We're
Look at
also
the Control
getting
Flask outfits.
we're,
They can rip some pieces off.
we're getting like some color palettes for like the black suit too. So originally like the black suit wasn't the symbol wasn't supposed to be white. It was supposed to be red. So that's gonna be a color palette for it. And and then another color palette is going to be how it looked in the '90s animated series. Like Shocker. Oh, it'll look like that with a blue tint. It'll look like that with a blue tint and stuff like that. So yeah, so March is it's the month of superhero DLCs. One of them you got to pay $5 for now, and then the other one is free. So we'll see. We'll keep you updated on my channel when the stuff drops along with the comic book stuff and everything. So yeah, um, that's what's going on. That is what's going on currently in superhero gaming. A game that's also what I forgot to point out is the one good thing I will say about Suicide Squad. The backlash I will say from it has actually made people start going back and playing Arkham Knight again and appreciating it a lot more. So I will give Rocksteady that credit. I don't know if that's what y'all was trying to cook for, but I was just thinking to myself, where was I was thinking to myself, where was like 70% of y'all in 2015 when this game dropped and it was gassed in. Now y'all are just
Either playing Black Ops 3
the summer. Let me phrase that
or oh,
summer 2015 because that's when the
okay,
game
they were
came out.
playing. They definitely weren't continuing Advanced Warfare.
There was when Arkham
Advanced
Knight
Warfare
came
was
out when Arkham Knight
dead.
came out there was no like big
Yeah,
games
there was
out at
no
the
big
time.
games I could think
It
of.
it literally came out during the summer.
Yep.
Like I remember that it came out
What the fuck
June
was that
7th,
game?
2015. Like that was literally like me. That was the summer of me getting ready to be a senior in high school. Like I remember that stuff very vividly.
Oh, I graduated. What was that? I'm just chilling. I guess I was playing. Oh, I could have been playing either Battlefield
That's what I'm
4
saying. Like
or
what
Hardline.
like that was probably the only two games, and that was probably Battlefield and Hardline. That was probably it. That was any other game. It wasn't really no big games out. But again, I am glad that people are now starting to see. Well, actually, no. You're playing Arkham Knight currently. What's your view on it? What is your view about that beautiful monstrosity of the Batmobile?
The thing slides all over the fucking place. I mean, I don't hate driving it because I don't drive it seriously. I smash anything I like, but I know it was a pain in the asses during those Riddler challenges, and I still got to. I have to do one last thing for him, but I needed an equipment to open the door. I don't know what equipment because he didn't tell me. I did get something new, like a voice modulator thing to like lure people, but I don't know if that is the device I need to open the door. So I'm tech. I am
Do you
right
have wait
currently right now. I
do,
just
do you
met
have
Harley Quinn because she took over the clock
do
tower,
you do you
but
have
I
the
have
R
to clear it.
do you
Huh?
have do you have that RC electric gun that you have in Arkham City?
I don't know what that is.
That gun that shoots electricity out. Yep. In Arkham City, and it used to shock people.
I don't think I have that yet.
That's
I
in the
think that's the
that's
last device.
That's well, you have two devices. You need to get there's the freeze device and
I have
Panasonic
that.
Studios. Okay, so the last device you need to get is literally that, and that's in the GCPD. That's actually in the evidence room. So yeah, you might want to go ahead and get that bad boy once you take care of Harley.
Yeah, I have to clear out the clock tower. So that's where I am now. So clear out the clock tower and figure out what Riddler wants me to have before opening the door. And on Spider-Man, I am. Let's see. Doc Ock just released the Devil's Breath,
Oh
and I'm
man,
playing as Miles right now. 'Cause,
oh
yeah,
man, you're getting to the best and worst parts of that game. Oh man.
I'm already seeing the worst parts. Flipping between regular people.
Well, that is the worst parts of the game, but I was referring to the worst parts of that game actually isn't even the main game. It's the DLC stuff.
The worst parts of the DLC. How?
The DLC is the worst. You'll see. You'll see.
That's scary. Maybe I need to skip them then.
I mean, you can, but I mean, if you want to get the full story, like all the details and the fluff and everything, I would at least play it for your first time. Now, if you decide to replay the story like on New Game Plus, then I wouldn't bother with those.
Oh dear.
But anyway, um, but yes, we're
Speaking
gonna.
of games, before we end this, how's Tomb Raider?
You asked how's Tomb Raider.
Yeah, how's Tomb Raider?
If you talking about the old trilogy, I deleted that. I deleted it. I did like I just couldn't. I couldn't, man.
You're getting
Like
lost.
no, because it wasn't like because I thought it was like a remake, not a remaster. So I bought it. I'm like, okay, yeah. Like they've been there. Like this
It's
mug
Tomb
finna
Raider remastered.
this mug finna cook. And I'm like, I'm bumping into the same bullshit problems that I did when I was about 6 or 7 going to my cousin's house playing this bullshit. I was literally on that game for about maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I'm just thinking, I'm not having no fun on this mug at all. I might have to uninstall this mug. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ye-
I I
And
I
here's the
probably
funny thing about Tomb Raider. 'Cause you started on Tomb Raider 1, right?
hmm
That's not even the hardest Tomb Raider.
I would
The
imagine.
hardest Tomb Raider is the third one. So all that the stuff that you were going through one, you would go times 10 worse on the third one.
I would imagine.
Because the first game, it was, if I remember correctly, it's all about animals. That's all your enemies. Second game, they brought in human AIs that would like beat you up and shoot you. And the third game was a mixture of both. But the third game is notorious for being one of the hardest Tomb Raiders.
Oh, wait, so on the first game, I'm mainly just fighting animals.
Yeah.
See, that's I want to fight humans, bro. Like that's kind of crazy, bro.
Reinstall and play number 2.
I I,
if,
I,
you
I
can
will
if you can
I
find your
will
way.
I will eventually reinstall those games and give it
Yeah,
another shot. I
you
I
need
will
serious damn patience.
I will eventually reinstall them. Just not right now. Just not right now.
Yeah, it takes a
May-
lot of
may-
patience to
Maybe
understand.
during the summertime, and if I don't got no games to play, then I'll re-download it. But as far as right now, nah, like that. Like I I I had went ahead and reinstalled the new trilogy. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm back. I'm back on. I'm playing the second one. I'm on Rise.
Once I get a computer, I'm probably gonna download the PC versions of it and mod it. They have like classic Laura face or classic Laura skins. But
The
yeah,
PC version of what?
uh I think the new trilogy. I think those where the mods are more heavily present.
Well, I know for the first one, there's a outfit. There's like one of one of the games in the new trilogy has an outfit where like it's literally like old Laura's 3D model.
Yeah, the old polygon. It's ugly. Resident Evil 2 remake did the exact same thing. The 1998 skins of Leon and Claire. Oh, it's so ugly to look at. All these damn polygons and sharp edges.
Cause think about it. You seen a bunch of old polygons in a new realistic setting, so it don't fit the aesthetic.
Yeah,
That's pretty
ugly.
funny.
But I do appreciate that Tomb Raider fans have now gotten a remastered of the original games, and people are in talks of Tomb Raider, what, 4? The Angel of Darkness, which is objectively a shitty Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
People want them to remake it, not remaster it.
I think the angry video game nerd did a review on that game, and
I gotta see that.
like I think like I he reviewed he reviewed one of the Tomb Raider games. I know that. Like
Had
so,
it been Angel of Darkness, because that's objectively
I think he
what
did
Cindy
because
says bad.
whichever one is on PS2, that's the one he did.
Could be that. Because that's when the polygons were a little bit more PlayStation like. It's weird how when you go into like the PlayStation 2 era, like the early 2000s, when you look at the polygons, it looks so fucking atrocious. Because they're trying to get into the 3D realm, but it looks so atrocious that the 64-bit and all the other games look way better. But I guess they had to start somewhere. Now games now look so photorealistic, it almost looks uncanny. Just check out Unreal Engine 5. That shit looks so real.
That's funny. Um, that's I that Arkham Knight uses Unreal Engine 3. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And I actually think it's a downgraded Unreal Engine 3 at that.
Damn.
And look how beautiful that game looks to this day.
Yeah, it still holds up against
Did
modern
did you
games.
did when you played that game and you saw how it looked? Did you honestly think that game was released in 2015?
Yeah.
Like I'm just
Oh,
talking.
I know
Yeah.
what came out all 2015 that people could have been playing. The
What?
Witcher.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And that game won Game of the Year. The Witcher
Okay,
3.
okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's a 70+ hour game for the main or for like the vanilla game. That's 70+ hours if you look all over the place.
Yeah,
The
that's
game
fair.
was great. Yeah, could have been actually. Let me see. Let me see when it came out. I feel like it came out way later though. Witcher 3. The Wild Heart. The Wild Heart. That game came out in May. So
Literally
yeah.
a month before Arkham Knight, like
Yeah.
literally a whole last month. So yeah,
Yeah.
niggas was definitely probably on that mug.
Yep.
But hey, like I said, I'm just as good as an all right game as Suicide Squad is. I'm glad that it made niggas that it was quote unquote so bad, even though half these niggas that saying it's bad ain't played it. I'm glad that it made people start going back and playing Arkham Knight. Like I really am glad for that. So like I thank y'all, thank y'all. But we gonna go ahead wrap this episode up. Hey, like I said, tune in. We tap in. We gonna be posting.
Ew.
But
Marvels. The Marvels behind the scenes. Ew.
all right, peace.
Fuckers.